Alright, I've had a lot of great questions about my 60 Corvair, and so I thought I would shoot a video that would give you a good walkthrough of it, better than I can do with some pictures. So here's the outside. We'll walk around the outside, and then we'll address some questions that we had on the inside as well. All the tires have some tread on them. A couple of them are better than others, but they're all drivable for sure. Ones that you could drive if you wanted to drive home in it or something like that, you certainly could. They're older, so it wouldn't be a bad idea. I actually just put the spare on this side just to test it out to make sure. Right there, that's the spare. So you can see the spare, just to make sure it had enough tread. That's got the most tread, obviously. It's just been driven the least. But like I said, they're all older tires, over 5 years old as far as that goes. So here's the damage. This is just little paint chips. There's not rust on them or whatever, but there is a little bit of rust. Oh, where is it at? A little bit above that. Right here on the top of the sill, and this is the back passenger door. And this is the worst one by far. I don't even know. It's possible that at some point somebody put a different door on here and it's rusted out more than the rest of them did. So that's really the gist of it. I mean, the rest of it is really clean. There's some spots where it had been jacked up, and you can see that in the back where it's kind of given. That's probably the case with all of these cars that are 51 years old. This area is really clean. A lot of the Corvairs have issues with this, and you can see minor little things, but it's absolutely not rusted out by any stretch. Definitely a Corvair issue there for a lot of cars. Let me pop the trunk so you can see what that's like. This is a new emblem I put on here a couple of years ago, so the emblem on the front looks pretty sharp. I also put new turn lenses on because they were yellowed and greened and nasty. Here's the trunk. So you can see that comes with the heater that's absolutely functional. Once I start it up, I can even kick that thing going. It's 90 degrees out today, so it's not necessary. This does not, the wiper thing does not work. I think the motor is goofy on it or something. I can't remember exactly, but that does not. Oh, I know what it was. These things, this one, it does shoot fluid out. This one's is missing for the other side, so it does shoot out of one side, but it was pretty nasty, so I just have never used it. So you can see it's going to that one, and then this one goes across, and it's just laying here plugged. So if somebody wanted to fix that up, they certainly could. They would just need to put a new thing in there. The winch wipers do work though. This is the tire that I pulled off, and I'll actually put back on again so that it rides a little bit smoother instead of having the one with all the tread on it. You can see here the belly of this thing is in just unbelievable condition for its age. I'll take all this stuff out of here. I don't want to rip this thing, but you can see it's in excellent condition down there. So let's deal with that. Yeah, the frame and the underside of this thing is absolutely solid. I was under there replacing the emergency brake cable, and there's just no issues at all with the underside compared to what you would think would be 50 years old. So, hope that's not too fast. Alright, some people were asking about the door, the interior. As you can see, back this up, the seats are in fantastic condition. Here's a door panel from the side. You can see how it's nicely clipped all the way around on this one. I wish they were all that way. You can see this is pulled back a little bit here, but somebody that knew something about the upholstery could certainly take care of that. Headliner. Somebody asked about headliner. Wait for that to come in. It is yellowed in places, not severely. Would not be one that I would bother to replace, but could be done if you were going to fully restore it. Just so you can see that the lamp does come on. The driver's side. Here's the gauges. I drove it today for a little bit, 78,407 miles, just to make sure everything was up to par. It's got a little paint knocked off here on the dashboard. It did have a padded dash at some point because I've got the little bevel that goes around the speaker, and I do have that in the glove box, so it's available. The mats that came with the car. A little bit of this. If I was going to keep it, I would put carpet down. It's relatively inexpensive from Clark's to put carpet down on the bottom. And this, if you were unaware, the back seat does fold down, and there's your luggage compartment back there. So that's a relatively easy thing. Absolutely works. Oh, the driver's side. This is the door panel that's the worst from being opened and closed and people getting in and out of it. This, you can see there's even studs in a lot of these places. You just need the clips to clip it back in places. Like I said, the armrests are all solid, peeled up a little bit down here. So that's the worst one from being used the most by the driver getting in and out of the car. Again, the back seat ones are in good condition as far as being tight to the door, but I mean they're 51 years old, so it's got a little hole there in that one. It takes a little oomph to get the door closed. And again, this one pretty good around the top, but then the feet have kicked off the bottom a little bit, so you can see that. But honestly, in really nice condition as far as that goes. Let me get the trunk open. And I'm going to take it tomorrow to get an oil change on it, just so it's in good, and get it lubed everywhere. This thing is in, I've seen a lot of Corvair engines that are in a lot worse shape than this. And I'll start it up in a minute so you can hear how it runs. Alright. Alright, I'll pause it just for, no, I'll keep it going just so you don't think I'm working for 20 minutes to get the car started. Alright. It took me a while to realize that on an old car, you have to crank this for a while. It's been a little while since I got it started. Alright. It's got a nice old car start to it. That's it. 1960 Corvair 700. It's for sale right now on eBay.